Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with HerballyHipTarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Are we live? Yeah. Okay, good. Usually it does a countdown. It didn't do a countdown. Hey guys. Okay, let me find myself on my iPad here. And here I am. Okay. And you guys hear me. Let me make sure you guys are hearing me good. Hey guys. Okay, let me find myself on Yep, you guys are hearing me. Okay. Oops, what's that? All right, you guys, we're just going to hop into it today. I just want to say thank you guys for coming at 4:15. I just ran behind. I just did way too much stuff today and I ran behind. So that's all it is. We'll still do 4 o'clock every Sunday. I just ran behind and I need to push to 4:15. Just because I want to save time because I'm running behind. I'm just going to do a big welcome everyone in. Welcome everyone and welcome to all my fabulous moderators. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't do this without you guys. Okay, so do we have questions already? Let me start looking into everything and start seeing. Nathan says, fabulous moderator says, Angie, did you see Kamala's new interview with the Weekend News? Oh, I didn't watch it. But I'll watch it on YouTube. I meant to watch it. Wasn't that this morning? I meant to watch that today and I forgot. I was out. That was one of the things. I was outside gardening like an insane person for like 3 or 4 hours. Oh, also, what we're doing here for anybody that's new, we are reading yes or no questions and we're asking my spirit guides through my pendulum about the mess of our government and any other current events that you want to do. We're not doing personal readings though, okay? Also, if you have a question for me to ask my pendulum, ask my spirit guides through my pendulum, make sure that you put it in all caps, okay? And at the end, we'll do a giveaway. And me and my husband created some more of the notebooks. You're gonna really like these 2 new ones that we got too. Okay, let me look and see what questions you guys have. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking to see if anybody has questions yet. Did Diane Keaton just pass away? I didn't, because you have to check up on these things because they'll say anybody passed away. But I did read something on YouTube. I said, did she pass away? So then I just did a quick search and it didn't say that she passed away. Oh, I love Diane Keaton. Had she been sick? Do you guys know what she passed away from? All right, let me keep going here. Okay. Gray Raven says, hi, trying to make tonight's show while still working, being a slacker. You're fine, Gray Raven. I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you for a little bit. Glad to see you, and I'm glad you're here. Okay. I'm just trying to see if there's any questions. Let me go to the bottom, because you guys might have the questions at the bottom. Okay, there we go. I'll start at the bottom, go up, and then I'll go back down. Okay. Iris says that they said Diane Keaton was alone when she passed away at 79. It didn't say from what. Oh my God, how sad. Yes, Christine, I love that Orange Mints did not get the Nobel Peace Prize. And did you hear that Rubio voted for the woman of color? I forgot her name, but the woman of color, I think she's a Latino woman, and he voted for her. And so I did a whole reading on that. Make sure after this video, you guys go look at the readings. I did 3 readings, and they're good. Okay, let me start with Patricia at the bottom. Can Judge make Johnson or so call Trump opening up the government? What judge? Okay, Patricia Taylor, ask that question again. I'm not quite understanding. Okay, Linda says, is Big Lip Laura Lumar and Marjorie Taylor Greene teaming up for in Trump? What's in Trump? All right, Linda, re-ask that question too, because I'm not understanding. Okay, Reads Comics says, will this be a full crypto crash, or will everything be set straight by Tuesday? What will be a full crypto crash? Let me just ask. Clear Spirit, because I did hear that the crypto is going to be a bubble. Let's ask that. Clear Spirit, is the crypto thing, is it going to be a big bubble like the .com? Yep. Clear Spirit, so are a lot of Orange Menace's followers going to lose a lot of money? Yes. Okay. That's a good question, Iris V. Clear Spirit, will Marjorie Taylor Greene be a big part of the Orange Menace's removal? It's just shaking. All right, that's in flux right now. Okay, Linda Russell asked this question. Spirit, will the seas stand for the Gaza and Israel? Clear Spirit, will the seas stand for Gaza and Israel? Look at that. It is just shaking, and it's shaking like crazy. It may not hold. Okay, this is what I've been saying. Okay, it's the Orange Menace who supposedly got this whole cease deal, and for them to stop fighting and, kumbaya. This is the Orange Menace who supposedly did this. We can only take this with a grain of salt. So we'll see on Tuesday with this fool. I felt sorry for the people in Israel. I felt sorry for the people in Israel, in Qatar. Is it Qatar? Whatever, the Arab country, because they're both celebrating. This could all be BS with the Orange Menace. I hope not. Okay. Okay, let me go back up here where I was at. Okay. Okay, this is from Nathan. Clear, fabulous moderator. Clear Spirit, will Biden be okay with his cancer? Okay, they're saying yes. Yay! Okay, this is from Cannabis Queen. And Cannabis Queen, I think you're the one who kept asking me if I saw South Park, and I watched it. Now I'm trying to think what I watched. It was really funny. All the things in my head right now is the one with the devil. But there's another one. What's the other one that I watched? I watched it, and I thought it was hilarious. Oh, it was people coming up to him, like people in his cabinet, saying, not just people in his cabinet. It was people, like leaders from all over the world, I believe, is the one I saw. And they were giving him gifts. And they're saying, yes, and we want to let you know you don't have a small wee-wee. And the next person would give them their gift. Yes, and we don't think you have a small wee-wee. It was hilarious. Except they said a different word. It was hilarious. Okay, so Cannabis Queen. Where's your question at? Okay, here it is. Clear Spirit, will Marjorie Taylor Greene impeach the Orange Menace? Look at this. There is so much stuff in flux right now. I just did a reading today, and even Rubio running scared about this Epstein stuff. Everyone is trying to separate themselves. Look how many people. We have a list of people now who are trying to separate themselves from the Orange Menace. Ha! Kimberly Wilkins, welcome in. Kimberly Wilkins said, I love when Kamala said these MFs. When I saw that, I hollered. When did she say these MFs? Oh, I got to see this. Okay. Christina Mello says, again, boycott Mondays. Yes, every Monday, please boycott Mondays. If you want to participate, we have a list in the description of companies who decided to support the Orange Menace. So, yeah. Oh, one other thing. I think it was this morning, Stupid Vance went on Good Morning America, and I don't know his name. Cephalophagus. You guys know what I mean. He interviewed him, and he asked him, he said, did the border czar, that guy, the border czar dude, the bald dude, looks like he's in the KKK? Yeah, him. He said, did he take that $50,000? And then Vance just kept insulting him, insulting his channel, everything. And his channel is the one who got sued by Trump in the first place, right? And they're also the one that Disney owns them, right? So what I want to know, so anyway, so what happened is he kept insulting him. So he asked the question 3 times. Did he accept that money, that 50,000? He insulted him again. He goes, okay, I can see you're not going to answer that question. Thanks for coming on today. And he kept talking, and they just, commercial. I was like, that's how you handle stuff like that. I was so excited when I want to do a reading on that one too. Like, what's the effect of that? That was beautiful. Okay. Let me keep going here. Okay. Oh, okay. We're talking about boycott Mondays. Sorry, I lost track of. I went through a whole story after I lost track of what I was talking about. So what I want to know though is, basically, is it NBC or ABC? I think it's ABC, isn't it? That Good Morning America is on. I think so. Whichever, the one that Trump sued for Stephanopoulos saying that the word, he said rape instead of sexual assault. Okay. But the fact that he kicked the vice president off his show today, because Disney owns them. So are they turning the page with the Orange Menace also and separating themselves? I think so. Let me know what you guys think about that at the bottom. Okay. Okay, Christina Mello says yes, but I watched Shelley and the spirit guide said that the treatment is working. God will love and respect this man. I think you're talking about Biden. Okay, Christopher Cotton says, will California Prop 50 pass in November? Clear, spirit. Will California Prop 50 pass in November? It's saying yes. So the energy right now is yes. Okay. Okay, that's his name, George Stephanopoulos. George Stephanopoulos. Christina Mello says, I know a lot of us don't watch the news, but on George Stephanopoulos, he had JD, the couch humper, and he refused to answer any of George's questions. Yeah, I just talked about that. And then he kicked him off. I was like, yes. Okay. Christina Mello says, I love Chicago. They refused to serve ICE anything and kicked ICE out of their city. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I've got to look some videos up about that. I know that Chicago's hanging loose with them. I love it. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. Let me go back down to the bottom. I got through all those questions. Okay. Okay. Linda Russell says, did you hear that Trump said about older people? He said they need to work until they die. He is disgusting. Dude, why don't you try to work till you die? All you do is golf and sleep in. and make appearances at your desk once in a while. And the other part, they're trying to keep you alive with a bunch of drugs. He's sickening. Okay. Frida says, will Orange be leaving soon? You mean leaving this world? Clear, Spirit. Will the Orange Menace be leaving this world soon? Yes. Clear, Spirit. Will the Orange Menace be removed before he passes away? Saying yes, that he'll be removed before he passes away. Clear, Spirit. Will the Orange Menace pass away before he can be removed? No. Dang, I'm getting that he'll be removed before he passes away. Okay. Let me ask this too. Clear, Spirit. Will there be an interim team? Yes. Clear. Spirit, will the interim team be Kamala, Biden, Obama, and Walz? Yes. Clear. Spirit, will there be a new election in 2026? Yes. Clear. Spirit, will Kamala be sworn in as President of the United States in 2026? Okay. Yes, I'm still getting the same whole thing. Because some people are saying that other readers are getting, not all, but some readers are getting that Walz is going to get it for like a month, and then he'll have no power. And I don't know if they have anything after that. I have never gotten, let's ask, I've never gotten that Walz is going to be president ever. Clear, Spirit, is Walz ever in this world going to be president of the United States? See, I've never gotten that. Okay. It's my guides are still saying that same thing. Okay. Clear, Spirit, this is from Linda. Will people lose their health care this year? Look at that. It is just shaking. It is in flux. Such a mess. Okay, Nathan Baker, our fabulous moderator, has a question. Clear, Spirit, is Don Jr. running his social media? No. Nope. It says no. Leave Me Alone says, a lot of people are saying T-Rump is going to the Middle East and it is the beginning of the end for him. Let's see. Clear, Spirit, a lot of people are saying T-Rump is going to the Middle East. Is it the beginning of the end for him? Okay, no. So let's ask you this. Clear, Spirit, will he be coming back to the U.S.? Okay, they're saying he's going to come back. Kat. Oh, Kat, make sure you put your question in caps, okay? But I did catch your question, so I'm glad I still caught it because you have a good question. Will Qatar be allowed to train and have jets on the military base in Idaho? Isn't that some crap? Qatar is the one who gave him that free plane, that free jet. I'm sure this is in trade. Hey, you can train and we'll teach you everything we know. Great. In trade for that stupid jet that's going to actually cost us millions of dollars to equip. But let's ask. Clear, Spirit, will Qatar really be allowed to train and have jets on a military base in Idaho? Okay, the energy right now is saying no. Thank God. Okay, Godiva 777. Also, Godiva, make sure you put it in caps, okay? But I caught your question. And I only say put it in caps because I want to make sure I catch your question, okay? But I did catch your question. This is from Godiva 777. Clear, Spirit, will the government shutdown end this week? No. And I just did a reading about this, and go look at the reading. It's shocking, kind of. But yeah, I didn't get either that it was gonna end this week. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, this is a good question from Iris V. Clear, Spirit. When the new Arizona Congresswoman is finally sworn in and votes released to Epstein files, will that be a turning point to finally removing Cheeto Man? Yes. I have been reading about this. It seems like the Epstein files is the match that lights up this whole thing. Let's ask again in that way. Clear, Spirit. Is the Epstein files the match that lights up this whole mess? Yes. Clear. Spirit, is that the match being lit that's going to help the Orange Menace be removed? Yes. Okay. At least that energy's staying the same, because I keep getting that. Oh, okay, Kimberly, when she said that, I think it was on her book tour. TMZ played the video. Oh, awesome. Christina Mello said, "Is Cindy McCain okay? She just had a stroke. It's her second one for her." Good grief. Clear. Spirit, is Cindy McCain okay since her second stroke? Ooh, it says no. Okay, I guess she's not doing too good. That's what the energy is for now. Okay, Linda Russell has this question. Clear, Spirit, will there be a Democrat governor for Virginia? That is in flux. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth Cisco says, will the Department of Education reinstate the special education sector who just got laid off? P.S. I love your bow. Thank you. Okay, this is from Elizabeth Cisco. Clear, Spirit, will the Department of Education reinstate the special education sector who just got laid off? It's in flux too. It's in flux too. They're doing so much crap so quickly, and it's because they feel like they're losing power, which they are every day. This is why they've upped their antics, their criminal activity. Well, that's a good one, Nathan. Clear, Spirit, will Marjorie Taylor Greene work in Kamala's cabinet? No. And that would be a hell no. Okay, it said no. All right. Okay, Michelle Skanes wants to know about Social Security. Clear, Spirit, will Social Security be okay? Okay, I'm still getting yes on that. I've never gotten anything else. Thank goodness. What do you mean? Linda said, did Jasmine Crockett lose her Senate seat in Texas? Will she lose her because she's still a senator, right? Or a representative in the House? I can't believe I don't know this. Is Jasmine Crockett, she's in the House, right? Yeah, she's not in the Senate, she's in the House. Okay, Linda, ask that question again, just a little bit clearer, because isn't she still in the House right now? Are you talking about, is she going to run for Senate after this? Just let me know, Linda. Gray Raven, fabulous moderator, says, no, Marjorie Taylor Greene does not need to be president ever in this lifetime. Isn't that the truth? All right, let me go back down to the bottom. That's a good question. Linda Russell has, clear, spirit. Will Jack Smith testify for Comey? Okay, it says no. Okay, clear, spirit. This is from Martin Perez. Spirit, will all of Orange Menace's cabinet go to prison? Not everybody. Clear, spirit. Will most of the Orange Menace's cabinet end up going to prison? Now, most of them are going to end up in prison, not all. Okay, which sounds about right. Okay, Blueberry has this question. Clear, spirit. Is Section 8 going to be okay? Yes. Clear, spirit. Are food stamps going to be okay? Yes. Okay. So food stamps and Section 8 says yes, they're going to be okay. Blueberry, you said, how is his health doing? Are you talking about Biden? If you're talking about Biden, we just read about it, and it said that he's doing pretty good. He's doing good. Okay, Linda Russell has this question. Clear, spirit. Will the government open back up in November? That is just, it's just shaking. It was going to say yes, and then it went. So it's just shaking, so it's in flux. Okay, Keisha Johnson said, what is your vibration about the Tennessee plant explosion? I didn't even know there was one. You know what? I really don't like, I don't always like reading on things I don't know about, but let me write that down so I can, check that out. Did it happen today? Tennessee plant explosion. I haven't watched a bit of news today. The only thing I watched was what is it called? I love it. I watch it on Sunday mornings. What is that called? It's with the sun, and they always have a different sun. Jane Pauley is the one who always is the main person who puts it on. Sunday morning show. Anyway, I watched that and knit it for about an hour and a half, and then after that I went straight to the garden, and I was out there for like 3 or 4 hours. So I didn't watch any news today. Okay, Godiva777. Godiva, I don't normally do personal questions, but because your question really actually covers politics, so I will do that for you, okay? Let me ask. Where are we at? Okay, I just lost your... Okay, there it is. Clear, spirit. Will Godiva777 be back to her government job this year? Okay, Godiva, there's a chance you will be. It's just in flux. And I'm getting so much stuff. I got to turn... Oh, good, my air conditioner just came on. There's so much stuff in flux right now because there's so much stuff happening. It's insane. So, but it's a good possibility. It's shaking like this. Okay. Okay. Leave Me Alone says, what happened to the victims putting out their list? I'm going to do a reading on it, but I did get an explanation about it because they were supposed to like a few days ago, they were supposed to do another, I think they're supposed to walk the halls of Congress and start talking to Congress people and stuff and make speeches in front of the Capitol. And they said they canceled it because there were some threats to all of them. And also, the lawyer got worried because they also got threatened that people were going to sue them about getting sued for, like, you know, for naming them. So the lawyer, I think, called it off and said, you know what, we need to plan this out a little bit better because, for one, we need to get you guys protected better because we're getting more threats. And also, we need to protect you so that you don't get sued. Okay. So, but it's on my list to read, and I think I'll be reading about it tomorrow, if not on Tuesday. Because I just want to ask, are the Epstein survivors going to create the Epstein list? Okay. Kat says, will ICE be stopped and charged with crimes by the end of the year? I hope so. But I did a reading on this, and I did get, a bunch are going to prison, especially those January 6ers. They're just going to find themselves back in prison. Clear Spirit, will ICE be stopped this year from the crimes they are committing? Yes. Clear Spirit, will ICE who have done wrong, will they be held accountable? Yes. Clear Spirit, will a bunch of them be going to jail? Yes. And that's what I got before too. Thanks, Queen's Bread. She says, I love your glasses. You know what? I got these glasses. These are just readers. Don't they look like those expensive ones you see on TV? Readers. The ones are like 50, 60 bucks, maybe 70. I don't know, something like that. I got these at Dollar Tree. I could not believe it. For $1.50, they had like 5 pairs because there was like 2 strips left. They were all gone. There was only 5 left. I picked up all 5. I said, for $1.50 for some nice readers like this, I just went, threw them in the cart. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let me see here. Okay, Liza, it's Liza. I have always gotten no that he will never be president, but let's ask again, okay? Clear Spirit, will JD become president after the felon is removed? I have never got that he will become president. And let's find out why. Clear Spirit, will JD never become president because it will be announced that the Orange Menace stole the election? And that's the reason. Because he should never have been vice president. None of them should have been there. That's what I've been getting. Okay, Bless54 says, is Pelosi being sneaky? Does she have friends on the Epstein list? Let's ask. Clear Spirit, does Pelosi have friends on the Epstein list? I thought so. She sure does. She sure does. Linda Russell, is Pam Bondi a witch? I have called her a witch, and there's nothing wrong with witches, okay? But that girl's a bad witch, okay? And there's another word you could put instead of that, W-A-B, and she is one. Okay, excuse my language, but that's what I think of her, okay? Every time I see her. She's a very pretty woman, but because of her attitude, she's completely disgustingly ugly. And the way she thinks. Okay, let's ask. Linda Russell has this question. Clear Spirit, is Pam Bondi a witch? A bad witch? It's saying yes. Let me ask this. Clear Spirit, does Pam Bondi actually practice witchcraft? It's saying yes. Clear Spirit, does Bondi actually practice dark magic? She sure does. Unbelievable. Not really, I guess, because she is a witch, a bad witch. And like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with a good witch, but she's bad. Okay. You guys, I cannot stand Dr. Oz. Did he snowball? Did he trick all of us? I thought, I mean, not like I was a huge fan of Dr. Oz, but I never thought he would be the way he is. He is completely opposite of that character he was playing on his show. Completely opposite. I was like, this is who Dr. Oz really is? I was surprised. Somebody had a question about Dr. Oz. Where is it? Here it is. Clear Spirit. Will SSDI beneficiary lose their benefits from Dr. Oz's program? It's saying yes. It is saying yes. Clear Spirit. Once the Orange Menace is removed, will SSDI benefits, will they be returned? Okay, what we're getting is that they're going to be lost for a little bit, but once the Orange Menace is removed, they'll be returned. I'm not sure what SSDI is, but that's what I'm getting. Hey, EMT girl, fabulous moderator. Will Democrats succeed with having ACA tax credit extended? All right, let's see. Clear Spirit. Will the Democrats succeed with having the ACA tax credits extended? Looks like it says yes. Yay. Okay, Liza. Angie, I keep trying to send you an email to Pursuer, the beautiful journal, and I keep getting mail delivery failure. That's weird. Liza, are you okay? In the description is my email, HerballyHipTarot@yahoo.com. Are you just clicking on that and it's taking you there? Try not clicking on that and actually manually putting that in, okay? And try manually putting it in, not clicking on the link. Because sometimes the link is there, but the link doesn't always work. It should work, but sometimes you have to manually put it in. So let me know, okay? Okay. Okay, that's a good question, Linda. Clear Spirit. Will people lose their health care this year? No. Thank God. Clear Spirit. Will healthcare prices skyrocket because of the Republicans? Okay, no. I'm getting, no, we've asked it 3 different ways. I'm getting that something's going to happen where, excuse me, where people's healthcare is not going to go up. So somebody blinks, Orange Menace passes away, something happens. He gets busted for the Epstein stuff. It's all something's about to happen. So government reopens, and then that woman from Arizona can get sworn in, and then they can vote yes. I'm releasing the Epstein files. Okay. Okay, let me go back down to the bottom. And we got about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to do the giveaway, you guys. Um, Queen Bread asked me again. It says, who will be the mayor in New York? I don't even know who's running in New York. Who's running in New York? So give me some names of who's running so I can ask a yes or no, so I can ask it in a yes or no question, okay? All right. My Cup of Star says, does Osha Vance know her husband is gay? You know what? I've never read on that until today. And I didn't actually ask that question. It came up in the reading when I was reading about something with Vance. Can't remember what it was. But I didn't ask that question, but it came up in the reading. And it said, yes, he is. Yes, he is gay. I'm trying to think who I was talking about. Oh, it was about Mike Johnson. I was asking something about Mike Johnson, but it wasn't about if Mike Johnson's gay, but it came up. And it said, yeah, he's gay. So I said, okay, let's just go through all the ones that people are saying. And it said, yes, that Vance is, which there's nothing wrong with being gay. I say, be who you are, be proud of who you are, and do you. It don't matter. Okay, that's your thing, and that's for you. There's nothing wrong with being gay, trans, or any of the rest of it. But what there is something wrong with is that when you are gay, you're being an Uncle Tom to your own people. And then you're making laws and rules and regulations that, excuse my language, screw over your own people. That's what I can't stand. Another example of an Uncle Tom. But anyway, let me ask this question. Clear Spirit, is Osha Vance, does Clear Spirit, does Osha Vance know her husband is gay? No. Clear Spirit, does she suspect he's gay? Okay, nope, she doesn't even suspect it. Blueberry says, can you check on Orange Face's health, please? I just did a reading on his health. In fact, this is a good time to talk about this, and then I'm probably going to stop it for today. I already did a reading on his health, and it's horrible, and he's barely hanging on by a string. Now, I know my guides have been saying that he's already passed away. Now, I told you guys, I didn't really feel comfortable saying it, okay? I felt like something was strange. Then I asked it again, and it still said, yeah, he's not alive. And I'm like, God, I'm going to go with it because that's what my guides are saying, but it feels weird. So then I was watching, I can't think of who I was watching. Anyway, I was watching this guy. He's a psychic. And he said, he's still with us, but he is hanging on by a thread. And they're pumping him full of drugs, which is why when we see him, he'll be like this. He can barely ever stay awake. When we see him looking like that, that's him. When he's all awake and stuff and doesn't really look like him, smaller shoulders, smoother skin. Sometimes the eyes are blue, sometimes the eyes are brown. He's a little bit thinner. That's the body double. Okay, so where was I going with this? Okay, so when he said he's barely hanging on, I went right to my pendulum and I said, is the Orange Menace unalive? And it said, yes, he's unalive. And I said, so I asked my guides, I said, and I did this on video, I said, is it hard for you guys to say that he is alive? Because in the spirit world, if you're being artificially kept alive, you're not alive. But on here in our world, if you are being pumped up with drugs and you haven't died yet, you're still alive. Is this the issue that you're having with if he's alive or not? And my guide said, yes. In the spirit world, he is not alive because he's being artificially pumped up. Okay? But on Earth, he is alive, which is why people are getting both, which is why I've gotten both. Strange as hell. Now I feel more comfortable saying that. I didn't feel comfortable with saying he's unalive. I didn't feel it. So anyway, I did a whole video on it, and it says update to Orange Menace's health. Super important. Please read this because I've been saying that for a while, and I wanted to correct myself of not understanding. It wasn't that I didn't understand. It's just that it was a difference in what alive and unalive means in the spirit world and in our world. So anyway, hope I didn't confuse you guys. All right, you guys, I can't get to the rest of the questions today. So sorry. But if you have a question that I did not answer, and if you watch any of my videos today or this week, ask the question in the videos, okay? Because I pretty much always get to all those questions. Okay. Now we're going to do the giveaway. Here are the rules and regulations. Okay. You're going to put Kamala, when I say go, you're going to put Kamala's name in the comments, okay? One time only. If you're in another country, I will put $12 in your PayPal account because I can't send anything out of the country, especially with the tariffs, okay? Like, it's ridiculous. Also, whoever wins, I need your real name, your YouTube name, and your address. And my email is in the description, HerballyHipTarot@yahoo.com. Now, you may need to manually put that in instead of just clicking on that, okay? It may not work, which is what happened to one of our family members here, I believe. Let me show you what you can win, okay? And these are new ones. Me and my husband are collaborating and making these notebooks lately, and I absolutely love them. So this one is not my, wait, is this one my artwork? Just a second. Just a second before I talk. Let me get myself straight. Okay, there we go. This is not my artwork. This is my husband. And this one, usually when we do these, my artwork is in the background, and then he puts a hot mess on them. But he just is working on these with the computer. So it's kind of like computer art, and he made it for you guys. Check this out. And this is number 10. So whichever one you guys like, we write the number down. So if you win, you already know what number it is, okay? Because we're going to go by numbers. But look at this. These are tarot cards around the, this is around the supermoon. Is that so cool? Look at that. I love it. He did such a good job. Okay, so this is number 10. And now this one is similar to this one, but the cards are like see how this card is like all irregular? The cards are all like a border on this one. And this is number 11. So if you like this one, write this down. So make sure you write these numbers down, okay? Now, these are prints. I will make them into journals, okay? And this one is, I'll make them into journals like this. So if you see a print, realize you're going to get a journal, okay? See that? So this one is the mess that is the U.S., and it's already made into a journal, okay? And this is number... Why does this say number 11? Oh, this is number 1. Okay. All right. So this is number 1. So I'm going to show you one more. So make sure you write these numbers down, which one you see that you like, so that we don't have to go through it again. And, all right, we'll go. I'll show you this one. And this one says just hot mess. You guys know how I say the mess that we call the U.S., which is this one. The mess we call the U.S. is that one. This one just says hot mess. And this right here is my artwork in the background, okay? And then he did the tarot cards going around. And this is number 6, okay? So really quick, we have number 6. You can choose number 6. That'll be made, this will be made into a journal like this, okay? This is number 1. Or you can choose number 11. I love it. I'm going to make myself one of these very soon. Or number 10, okay? So those are the ones you get to choose. All right, I think I said everything. Oh, and anybody who has not received their journal yet, a bunch will be going out on Tuesday, not tomorrow. I guess tomorrow's a holiday, so everything will go out on Tuesday. Okay, let me put go in the chat. Okay, everyone write KAMALA. I just put go in. Whoever wants to be in the giveaway. There we go. Perfect. Yay, everyone's going. Excuse my nose. Alrighty. See, I'm just waiting for it to slow down a little bit. Anybody else? Okay, I'm going to do a countdown from 10 because nothing hasn't moved for a couple of seconds here. I'm going to do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anybody else want to jump in? Anybody else want to jump in? I'm going to stop it. All right, I'm hitting stop. All right, so let me see who wants to go back up to where I said go. Blueberry, congratulations. Let me get my thing out. Woohoo! Congratulations, Blueberry. And I like your name because I love me some blueberries. Okay, so Blueberry, I need your my email is in the description, which is HerballyHipTarot@yahoo.com. I need to know what number journal you want. And then I need you to email me at HerballyHip.com, which is in the description. And again, I'll need your real name, your YouTube name, and your address. And also right now I need to know which journal do you want, which number. Hot mess. Okay. So this one. Okay. Is that correct, Blueberry? I'm going to write your name down and put that on there. And Nathan, fabulous moderator, just put HerballyHipTarot@yahoo.com. Blueberry. Yes. Okay. Let me get a paper clip here. Look how cute this is. Isn't that cute? It has paper clips in it. I got it at a thrift store. One of my favorite places to go. Thrift stores. Well, I'm actually obsessed with thrift stores. Garage sales. All that stuff. Okay. It's like looking for little treasures. I love it. All right. All right, Blueberry. I got your name on there. You're all set. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for showing up for me. Sorry for being a little bit late today. Thank you for showing up for each other. And thank you to our fabulous, fabulous moderators. We cannot do this without you guys. Love, peace, and happiness. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. I just did some videos, my 3 videos for today that made up for yesterday. And they went live just before this live. They went live just before this live. So if you can, you guys go check out the new videos, okay? The new my latest 3 videos, okay? They're really good. All right. Love, peace, and happiness. I'll talk to you guys soon. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.